So, like you all know, I think the last time I did something like this was in February, and a lot of people that have been on my neck that okay, you should do something, this, do that, do that. So, and today we are going to be talking about Fiverr, how to monetize or ski on Fiverr. Like some people, they be like, Fiverr is hard, it's tough. You can't get a job on Fiverr. Fiverr is so like so annoying, all those kind of stuff. But the thing about Fiverr and some other platforms is if you know the right approach, you know, you're going to get results. If you put the work, put the hard work and everything, you're going to get the results. So that's the thing I want you guys to know. Like it's not really about okay. And there are other things I want to demystify about the platform, like about Fiverr. There are a lot of things I want to demystify about Fiverr. And one of it is, you trying to say, okay, if you don't create a foreign account, like you don't use a fake profile, you can't make it on Fiverr. That is totally wrong. I used to tell people my story and even my account on Fiverr. If you check it, my account is a Nigerian account. I've never created an account with any fake profile. I've never done that before. So my account is a Nigerian account, and even with the Nigerian accounts, like let's say 90, okay, about 60% of my clients, they are white, and the rest, they are maybe black Americans or Nigerians that travel to US, those kind of people. So, and there's no issue with okay. Even today, I was supposed to have a Zoom meeting with a client. She's a white, so and she reached out to me, and despite the fact that she saw my picture and she knew that I'm a Nigerian, she reached out to me. So different people like that I've worked with and they are white. There's nothing like discrimination that okay, if you are not white or if you don't use an account that you have to lie that you're from the United States, you won't get a job on the platform. That is not true. So that's the first thing I want to demystify about the platform. And the other thing there is, people used to think that okay, you just go to the platform, create your account, set up your gig, and everything is right. No, that is not it. Because the thing about Fiverr is they keep on, changing the algorithm. They keep on changing the algorithm, like their search engine, the software, and everything. So they keep upgrading the terms and conditions. So you have to keep on improving your account and your gig. Like today, I, you know, there's one of my gig that I promoted. So I just got a message that the gig can no longer be promoted, and I was like, what's happening? So I tried to message the support, and what they told me was that okay, because the gig was not performing very well, so the the gig can no longer be promoted for now until that they just advised me to keep on working and keep on getting good reviews and everything. So that's the way it is. You have to keep on improving. So it's not just about okay, I've done this, it's not working. So you have to still find a new way to do it. So I'm trying to get my slide from my drive. So and I think I have this slide should be here. So please, I'm very sorry. I have to just bear with me for today because like this is I didn't of course I was thinking okay, what if there's no electricity? But then I didn't know that okay there won't be electricity because there was still light like even 4 minutes to the time. So I was thinking that okay, we're going to use the light. Well, but since there's no electricity, so I'm just trying to get my slide so that I can I can't share the slide. Obviously, I can't share the slide, but I can try to okay. Now I have the slide. hmm So that is my slide. So now I'm coming, please. So please. And this is like I actually prefer using Zoom, and I was just thinking about using Zoom before. Yesterday I was just thinking about okay, What if I use Zoom? I take in some people into the class because I like a kind of class where I can get people's opinion. We can talk. I can hear you, but that is not possible on YouTube Live. It's not possible on YouTube Live. So I like it when I can get your feedback. Like, okay, I can ask questions. You can also talk, and it will make it very easy for us to have a kind of conversation. You understand? So, but since we can't have that, we just do the little we can do, and we're going to organize a makeup class. Of course, I have a plan to do this like every weekend for next month. So we're going to prepare. That's going to be like a Zoom meeting. It's not going to be live on YouTube. So it's going to be a Zoom meeting, like where we can talk, we can ask questions and everything. So that's it. So now the first thing I have on my slides today to discuss is, you know, like just like what people when people reach out and ask questions, that okay, this webinar that you said, okay, this I've just stated it there that okay, this webinar is talking about how to monetize your skill, and that's just the thing. So if you don't have any skill, it might not really profit you. If you feel like okay, I don't have anything that I can do, but one thing, there's nobody that doesn't have anything to offer. So that's just the basic understanding. So now the people that will benefit most from this class are, let's say you're a ghostwriter, you are a content writer, you can write just like I stated in the video, like you can write content, you can write sales copy. A lot of niches under writing, like a lot of niche. You can you can do script writing, you can write sales copy, you can write email, newsletter, you can write press release, you can write newspaper, all those kind of stuff. You can write play, fairy tales, and all those stuff. If you're a writer, yes, you're in the right place. So if you're a graphic designer, let's say you can design logo, you can design flyer, you can brands, you can do anything that has to do with graphics, then you're also in the right place. If you're a website developer, app developer, you shall develop something, then you're also in the right place. So those are the people that really benefit from this class. Then the next set of people that also benefits are, if you are an animator. Like there was a time I got a job that I had to write like a children's book, so it has a lot of animation in it. So if you're an animator, you can do animation, cartoon, all this stuff. Then you're going to get value from this class. So, and the next set of people, if you're an SEO expert, like part of what I'm going to teach you on this Fiverr class has to do with SEO. And this SEO, you have to understand the basis of an SEO. There was a time I took a course on Udemy, okay, on LinkedIn Learning, on SEO, like how to understand Google search engine, software optimization, and everything. So that was about SEO. If you understand SEO, you can help people to optimize their websites to rank on Google search engine and different search engines. Then you're going to get value from this class. If you're also a social media manager, you're going to get value from this class. Of course, there are different stuff you can do on Fiverr, and you can make money on Fiverr by doing those stuff. But the thing about that is, if you want to, I really have this mentality of growing, instead of being a freelancer to a business owner. And that's what one thing about Fiverr. If you want to be successful on the platform, you have to grow from being a freelancer to a business owner. So, and as a business owner, you're thinking about profit, you're thinking about growth. It's not just about okay, I made $100 and that's all. Spend the money and that's all. You're just looking for another way to make another one. But if you're a business owner, you grow, okay, this is my revenue for this month, this is my revenue for this month, and you are consistent and you deliver value to people, you offer value to people, and you have a business model. Okay, this is the kind of business I'm doing. Not just like, okay, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're just everywhere. That is not how to be successful on the platform. So that's the difference. So if you see people doing something and they are not getting results, check how they are doing it. So that's one of the issues about Fiverr. And so today, because we've taken a lot of time trying to set up and everything, so I'll just some parts. I'll just skip some parts. So let me just go straight to talking about Fiverr. So that's my third point, but I've skipped 2 points, so I'll just move to Fiverr. Introduction to Fiverr. That's my third point on my slide. So about Fiverr is just like a marketplace, like Upwork, like Come Up, and some other you know freelancing platforms. So what they do is they have a marketplace whereby the buyers and the sellers can come, they can meet, they can transact and exchange value. You get paid for your value, and they get their own commission from the money. So that's how it works. So these are for some that don't really know anything about Fiverr. That's how it works. That's just a basic understanding of Fiverr. You meet, you know, if you are a buyer, you go to the platform, you look for sellers, then you contact them, they do the job for you. You pay to the platform, they do the job for you. The seller delivers the work to the platform. You know, the platform exchange the work and the money and everything, and they get their own commission for doing so. So that's how the platform is. So now the Fiverr, this thing doesn't really have any. They don't have any preference for any person, like any category of people or just a particular niche or something. There's nothing like that. So everything works on search engine, algorithm. Just basically algorithm, like what we say, computer. Everything is computerized. So there's no really any human input or interference in it. So let's say if you are sorry. So if you are doing something on the platform, if you are offering a particular service on the platform, so you set up your profile, you set up your gig, and you start selling. So there's nothing like, okay, preference for anyone on the platform. So there's nothing like that. They don't have any preference for anybody on the platform. So everything is based on algorithm. So there's no preference for anybody. So do we still have people here in the meeting? Please, if you are still here, please let me see. Please comment if you are still here with me. Oh, it's sad. A lot of people could not join the meeting. Yeah, a lot of people could not join the meeting. Okay, now I have access to the live chat. So if you have anything you want to say or any issue, please put it in live chat. So because I can't hear you. This is not like a Zoom meeting. So if you have anything to say, please put it in the live chat so that I can, we can communicate. So that's how to do it. So that's how it is. So now I have a list of some easy gigs I think anyone can create on Fiverr. So I have a list. So please give me a minute. So yeah, so now that's just everything about the introduction and everything. So now, what I was saying before, I was talking about going with the mindset of a business owner. Like now, if you are creating your Fiverr accounts, okay. Someone asks, what about academic writing and thesis and dissertation? Okay, sure. You can do that on Fiverr too. You can do anything. But the issue about Fiverr, I think they have some kind of terms of service. So I'm not sure if they encourage anything that has to do with academic. I don't think they really encourage that. So I don't think you can do stuff like that. I don't think. But there was a time I was doing some research and I saw people doing, very like naughty stuff like, okay, I will help you to write to do your math assignments. So people were doing stuff like that on Fiverr. So if you know how to solve mathematical, equations and all the stuff, you can help people out to solve their assignments on Fiverr. So I think you can check it out. I'm not sure because I'm not, but I think people are doing, helping people to solve their assignment on Fiverr. So maybe you should check that. So you should check it. So now, okay, what I was saying there was, if you want to be successful on a platform, you do it as, take it as a business. So now this is how it is. Now if you are doing writing, let's say you are doing writing, don't include anything that doesn't have to do with writing in your profile or your gig. As a new seller, you can create up to 7 gigs as a new seller. So once you are a new seller, you can create up to 7 gig. By the time you reach level 1, you can create up to 10 gigs. Then by the time you reach level 2, you can create up to 20 gigs. Then by the time you reach the top rated, which is what I'm eyeing, you can create up to 30 gigs. But that doesn't mean you have to create up to 30 gigs. I have top rated, I only have just 2 gig. Even for me, I think my jobs have really been on 1 gig. Then the other gigs that I have, maybe some of them have one job, two, well, yeah. Okay, there's one of my gig that got one job, just like that, like that, like that. But it's just I only have just one, highly performing gig. So every other ones are just, they are there, but they are not as productive as the other one. So you don't need to create multiple gigs, and you don't need to start doing. You are doing affiliate marketing, you are doing graphic design, you are doing copywriting, you are doing this. Once people see you that, okay, you are just doing everything, they will relate with you as a freelancer. And once they start relating with you as a freelancer, they will offer you, small change. They will be like, they won't see you as a professional. So that's it. And once they don't see you as a professional, they won't really want to, risk their money trying to do something that they don't know what they will get in return. So they won't really want to invest. I remember when I just started and I only had a review. I had just one review that time. So I had a review. Then I got another. I wanted to get another job. So when I was chatting up the client and we were talking, discussing, and I told her I wanted to charge her $300 that time. So the woman was like, no, the money is too much, that she can't risk that much on someone that has just one review. So, and I started thinking that, oh, you mean if I had maybe like 10 reviews of 15 or 20, probably this woman would be interested to trust me with the $300 to do the work for her. So at the end of the day, she couldn't give me that $300. She said she can only give me 200 because I had just one review. So because of that one review, she could not trust me with $300 because she felt like, what if this guy did not deliver? Even though she's not paying me directly, even if I didn't deliver the work, she can still request for a refund, and they are going to refund her. There was even an order that, okay, I delivered the order, I completed it. Okay, I wasn't even at fault. This was the case. I the man reached out to me and we were supposed to have, she was supposed to write a devotional, and even though I have a lot of reviews, I was even on level 2, and I told her I have a lot of reviews. I screenshotted my profile to her. Okay, see, I have a lot of gigs, a lot of jobs on grants that I've not even delivered. So I'm not running with your money. But she said she's not sure that she had to do a testing, like a trial, a sample. So then she, what happened was she said I should write a day devotional. So that she will be sure I can do the maybe 30 days of maybe 2 months devotional. So that was what happened. So when she said so, okay, so she said I should do like a sample, a day devotional. So now the day devotional, I did the work and I just wrote maybe like 500 words for her, and she paid, how much she paid? She paid $20 for that. So I did it and I submitted it. She said, "Oh, that was good, but that's not what she wants." Okay, I think later I extended it to 3 days, just to make her, feel good about it. At the end of the day, the woman came with excuse that okay, that's not what she wanted and she can't publish 3 days devotional. And I was like, that's meant to be a sample. And at the end of the day, we argue. I delivered the work. She requested for revision. I delivered. You know, at the end of the day, the order got closed, and they were supposed to pay me the money. And before, I did not even know what happened. I just discovered that they removed the money from my account. But I wouldn't have noticed because the money was not much. But they sent me a notification that they've removed the money. So I had to message the support and they said the clients complained to them and they had to remove it was $18 they gave me. So they had to remove the okay $16. They had to remove the $16 from my balance. So that was the case. So it's not really about, but then even if you have reviews and everything, people still need to, sometimes people don't really trust you like that. Not to talk of if you don't really have any review. So now that's part of it. If you are creating your profile, make sure you take it as a business. You can't be a graphic designer and be a content writer at the same time and also be a website developer. You can't be good at everything, like I'm not saying you can't multitask, but if even if you want to do everything together, create a niche, find a niche whereby you can join everything together. Like for me now, I write, but even though I write books, I also design the book cover, I format the book. You understand? And if you have other things, maybe like you have, some of the clients, some of them may have business, and once you start building relationship with them, they can still offer you some other jobs. Like there was a time I got a contract to design maybe a logo or something for someone, for one of my clients, and I gave it to a graphic designer. I paid the graphic designer maybe like 8K or 10K or thereabouts. And what I was paid by the client paid me like maybe paid me maybe on $150, and I even got a tip, and everything was going to almost like $175 for what I paid 8,000 naira for, and that was over 160K that I collected. So, and that was because I already built relationship with the clients, and because of that, if the man wants to do anything, I can just ask me, oh, do you know someone that can do this or do you do this? You just message me and I'll find someone to do it. So that's another thing. It's not like you have to now create a gig. I didn't have any gig on logo design because once I create a gig on logo design, people will start doubting if I'm really good at other things I claim I do. They'll start feeling like, okay, this guy is just a freelancer taking the job and giving it to other people. You understand? So they don't want to feel like that. They want to communicate and connect with you. So that's the thing. But now I'll give you some list of you know gigs that you can create on Fiverr. You know, those the list. These categories like this gig, this niche, they are very profitable. And this is how to know gigs that are profitable and niche that are profitable. So once you go to the search engine on Fiverr, it's very bad I can't display my screen. I've prepared to show you a lot of things, but I can't display my screen because this is YouTube live, so I can't display the screen. So now, like if you go to Fiverr, you know, search engine, the marketplace, you just go to fiverr.com. The search bar is there. So once you go to the search area, If you put in anything, maybe like you need, just say I need a logo designer or something, there's going to be a lot of like list of different people, different gigs that will come up. So maybe if you search it, you can see like 10,000 services. So that's how to know if a niche is saturated or not. If you see 10,000 services, that means there are 10,000 people doing this. So does that mean that there are 10,000 people looking for a logo designer every day on Fiverr? That's not possible. And even if there are 10,000 people looking for logo designer on Fiverr every day, people will only give jobs to people that have reviews, people that are maybe on the first two, three, or maybe like the fifth page. Yeah, for some people, they can decide to go down. Maybe okay, this is how it is. Sometimes those on the first page, they might have a lot of jobs. Maybe you check one person, you click on their gig, and you discover that the person has like 15 order in queue. You can, people that can have that kind of that, high number of orders in queue. So if someone has 15 orders in queue, some may feel like, oh, this person will not deliver my work on time, so they can look for people that don't have any order and they still have good review. So that's how they have to still rank between the first and the fifth page of any this thing. But if it's not a saturated, competitive, niche, then you must be on the first page or second page. If you're not on the first or second page, you might not get any job in that category. You might not get any job in that category. So, and everything I'm going to be teaching you will help you to rank your gig. Yes, I started, without any review, without anything. I think, there's another thing that people used to do on this stuff. People used to buy reviews. Like, okay, they do it. You look for people that have, all these foreign people. You look for them, and you can meet them on Facebook. You can meet a lot of people on Facebook. They will tell you that, okay, let's exchange review exchange. So what they do is you pay them, they will order, and they have to pay. They have to order for something. At least even if it's just $5 job. So they will order on your account, then you deliver to them, and they will not give you a 5-star review. Mind you, that doesn't really trigger. It can only trigger the algorithm, but it might not really even do anything for you. It might not really go any way. So there's no point in buying review. If you do the right thing, your account will rank, and you will be successful on the platform. So if you do the right thing, you don't need to buy review. You don't need to follow those routes. Your account will rank. So now I want to tell you these categories. And the reason why I'm teaching this why I'm telling you this category is because there are some people that might feel like, okay, like from all the things I've said, maybe you've created your accounts, you've done everything, but you are not ranking, nothing is working. And this is because you are going. I did a video on that. I did. So if you, maybe you've watched my first and second video, there was a video when I talk about how to set up your seller account on Fiverr. So if you have not watched that video, please go and watch the video. In that video, I talked about one of the reasons why you are not ranking on Fiverr, and that's because you that's because you are going to a category that is already saturated. If the category is already saturated, you don't have any chance. Like, the chances are very slim. So if the category is saturated already, your chances of being successful in that category will be very slim. Let's say you have 10,000 people doing something, your chances is very slim. Even me, that I'm almost getting to a top rated seller, I'm not on categories that, okay, the categories that I am on that are saturated. Okay, let's say ghostwriter, you can see like maybe like 30,000 people there. But I'm only there now that I've had a lot of reviews. But when I just started out, I looked for categories that are very, very low. Some have maybe like 300 services. So those kind of categories, you can rank on them. Then you can get one job in a month, 2 jobs in a month. From there, you can rank on other categories. And this is how to do it. When I was doing, in that video, please watch that video. That video when I talked about how to set up your account, please watch the video. And of course, I was supposed to create another video on how to set up your gig, so I will do that video. hoping to cheat that today, but since I cannot cheat that today, I will do a video on that. Maybe by Monday, okay, let's say Monday, I'll do a video on that, and I'll post a video on how to set up your gig. So I will explain a lot of things, so that I don't just want to be talking, so that I will say things that are practical, not just okay, just giving you theories. And if I can't, if it's possible for me to send a slide, I can send a slide to, or just do a video and talk about a lot of all these things. So now let me tell you the categories. This is just, if this is the only thing you are getting from this class today, like, believe me, you are going to make money if you really pay attention to all these things I want to say now. So the first category that you you will really make something from is if you create a gig on content strategy. Now, when I talk about any category, the keyword you have to understand SEO. The keyword there is content strategy. So if you want to do anything, if you want to create any gig, make sure you put these two words together. Like, just make sure you put these two words in that gig title, content and strategy. So if you want to create a gig on content strategy is, that gig is for people, excuse me, let's say you have people that have social media pages, platforms, and they don't know what to post, they don't know when to post it. So you'll be the one to strategize for them. Maybe a Christian YouTube channel or something. They don't really know the kind of content to post. I did like a content calendar for a client some time ago, and I was supposed to be posting for her to, but along the line she couldn't pay, so we didn't work. But now, so the job is like, is really really profitable, and the good part of it is there are few people doing it on Fiverr. So if you want to start that today, if you want to start that career today, you will be successful if you do it the right way. So that's content strategy. So another thing, okay, yeah, I did resume writing on Fiverr. Yes, I did resume writing on Fiverr, and I didn't get any job from there. But there are a lot of people doing resume, and they are getting job on it from it. But if you want to do resume writing, look for tech resume. Just make sure you put these two words together, tech resume. So if you create a gig on tech resume, like you write resume for people in tech, there are a lot of people doing tech now. So one thing that you have to understand about buyer is you have to understand their their psychology, like the psychology of buying. When people want to buy something, they don't just they try to niche down because they want to find professional in that field. So that's why they use these keywords. So if someone wants to write, someone might feel like, okay, resume is a resume, it's the same resume. But if you want a professional, you look for people that are doing the particular one you want to do. So if you like, if you know white people, they don't just hire you anyhow. If you need, that's why for me, I'm a writer, but then I can write different content, but I write Christian content, you know, alone, because there are people that will be like, okay, they can't give their work to any writer, so they want someone that is a Christian writer. So that's the way it is. So if you want to create a kick on tech resume, on tech resume, so please, you are going to, you can search the category on Fiverr and know, there are few people doing it, and many people doing it, they are having jobs. And this is how to know if they are having jobs or not. Check the first two pages of each category, and if you see that most of the people there, they have reviews, they've gotten job, that means the keyword is active. People are searching that keyword. That's the meaning. That means people are searching the keyword, and people are getting jobs from there. So that's the way it is. So if so, please create a gig on that, and believe me, I'm sure you're going to get a job from there. So that's tech resume. I hope I still have people here. Anybody here? Anybody here? Seems Nobody is okay. So okay, let me continue. So people that are not here, they can watch the replay. You don't have to wait for nobody. You know, a lot of people, because we had issue with the first link and we lost a lot of people. So, but they will watch the replay. So let's just continue. So the next one you can do, you know, there's another category you can do. You can write frequently asked question. We call it FAQ. So you can write FAQ. So that's another thing. You can write FAQ. That's another category. To write FAQ for any product or a website, or something, you have to understand the products. Just like, okay, for my gig on Fiverr, I'm doing Christian ghostwriting, doing book writing, devotional writing, and all those stuff. So there are a lot of questions that some of my clients want to ask me, that, okay, do you speak English? Um, do I own the copyright of the content? Something like, okay, can you collect part payment? Maybe like, do you offer a milestone? Maybe like, okay, can I pay half of the money, and once you are done with the job, I pay the other half? So those kind of questions, and people used to ask those kind of questions. So people can ask you questions like, okay, after the book is done, will you format it? Will you publish it for me? All those kind of stuff. So what I do is I add all those stuff to my FAQ on the gig page. So once you go to the key, you don't have to message me. That's why I get direct click, direct order, because all the questions they have in their mind is it has been answered already. So they don't have to chat me up and message me, okay, this, that. Everything has been answered already. So the answers are there already. So that's the way. That's the thing. So if you know how to write FAQ, then you can. That's another niche you can open on Fiverr. And all these things doesn't really require any technical skill. Yes, when I talked about setting up your Fiverr accounts as a business, even as a FAQ writer, you can become a professional in it, and can start getting jobs and become a professional in it, and you can use it to grow your account. And once your account has grown to some level, then you can start niching down to another category, and that's the way. That's the way it is. So this is another category. That was the time. Like, I just saw the message from one of my friends now. So that was the time when I just started, my Fiverr and everything. We started with oh god, that was during the NYC time. We started with I was doing PowerPoint. So I did PowerPoint. PowerPoint did not work. That's why there's one of my old friend that messaged me, and he was struggling with PowerPoint, trying to do PowerPoint. And but me, once in there, I don't try to discourage people. You understand? I don't try to discourage people. But I knew PowerPoint is very. I told him that PowerPoint is too saturated. That he might not really get any job on PowerPoint because it's saturated. So I was doing PowerPoint. After PowerPoint, we did virtual assistant. That's what we were doing too. I did virtual assistant, all those simple stuff, and I did not get anything. Like, no job, nothing, everything. I was just frustrated, like really frustrated. So then I started doing research about, okay, what kind of other niche, and I was like, I can write. So I was doing writing, I can write your resume, write your this, write your that. I wasn't getting job until I started niching down, and I said, okay, let me specify on Christian writing. So that's the same thing. If writing is writing, but okay, this one is write FAQ. So if you want to write FAQ, make sure you put this these two keywords. Keyword is very important when you talk about search engine. Keyword is very important. So these keywords are things that will enable your gig to rank, you know, on Fiverr. So like just like okay, I was trying to explain. It's just this thing is like a concept, it's a concept, and I've talked about the concept before. If you are a writer, you can be a content writer, a ghostwriter, a copywriter, but you don't have to go the way everyone is going. You can try to find it in another category under writing that is not too saturated. If you find a category under writing that is not too saturated, that will help you to rank on the platform. So, but that's why I'm giving you some of these categories. Okay, this some of them are under writing. But if you are a video editor, you know how to edit video. There was someone that chatted me up and was telling me about video editing. Now I knew that platform, that particular category is too saturated on Fiverr. But there are a lot of jobs on video editing, a lot of jobs. If I had the chance, well, to create another account, even though I don't want to have multiple accounts, but if I really want to create another account, I'll go into anything that has to do with video and graphics. There is a lot of jobs under video and graphics. So the video, for video editing, you don't have to use video editing. You can use video advice. So if you are creating a gig, if you don't know how to create a gig, please, I'm very sure sorry. This was supposed to be a practical side of this class, but I can't do anything now. So I'll do a video on how to create your gig. So but then just how to make sure you all these things, I will not reveal these things in the video, so I will not say them in the video. I'll just tell you how to do it in the video. So just make sure you jot these ones down. The first one I said was content strategy. That's the keyword, content strategy. Make sure if you feel like okay you can do it, but this is the disclaimer, please. Just like I said before, don't create a gig on all this stuff. Please, you don't have to create more than one gig. You don't have to create more than one gig. You get my point. Like it's not like I'm not saying you can't create more than one gig, but what I'm saying is don't create a gig on content strategy, create a gig on tech resume, create a gig on other ones. No, if you feel like the niche are not the same, then leave it. Just think about okay, which one can I do better? Then create a gig on it. You understand? So God bless you. So the first one is content strategy. The second one is tech resume. If you know how to write resume, that is very even simple. You can use Canva to do resume. Do you know? You can use Canva to do resume. There are a lot of templates. Just browse for resume, and this tech resume we are talking about is the same way we do normal resume. So just go to Google and just type tech resume sample, then put it under image. They will give you a lot of samples. Go through them and use the same template, the same idea, and create one. So that's how to do it. It's very simple, but because it's very simple means a lot of people will be doing it. But this particular keyword I'm giving you, this tech resume, does not have a lot of people doing it, and you can charge as much as $5. Oh, $5 is too small. You can charge as much as $15, $10, $20 to write a resume that you do under 5 minutes. You can do it other. That's an exaggeration, but you can do it within 15 to 20 minutes. Just get the client's information and get a template on Canva and edit it, send it back to the client, and you have your money. So it's very simple. So there's another thing that I said you can write is FAQ. If you know how to write frequently asked questions. Yes, that was it. I even have a job like that. It's not like FAQ, but this one is okay. Can you do a study guide? I'm doing a study guide. Probably there's a book. Some books used to have what we call study guide. So the book has been written already. If the book has been written already, my own part is just to write a study guide of the book. So what I'll just read the book. I have to read the book and understand the book. Then from there I'll develop a study guide. There's another one, you can convert a book to course. All those kind of stuff. Just be innovative. That's the point. You have to be innovative. You have to think like a buyer. Like okay, if I'm going to Fiverr to buy something, what will I search for? if I'm going to Fiverr to buy for something, let's say I want to buy a phone, will I just say give me the best phone? No. Which particular keyboard will I type? So think like that. Okay, if I'm looking for someone to help me with my mathematics assignment, what will I search? So the way you think, then you use it, search the keyword. If you now search the keyword and you realize that, oh, there are people doing this thing on Fiverr, then start it. And if it's something that you can do, then you start it. Well, even if it's not something you can do, if you have people that can do it for you and they will do it excellently, then you do it. Then from there you also learn and you get a job and you pay them, you get your own parts. So that's the way it is. So the fourth one I said is video advice. So if you're very good with video editing, so you can give people video advice. Okay, create this kind of video. Like, okay, now as I want to, even for my own business on Fiverr, I want to reach it. I want to start doing video consultations for clients. Like, okay, because some people used to request for it. Like, okay, if they want to write a book, they don't really know what to say or what to write or something, so they try to be like, okay, let's talk, let me talk to you, but I don't charge them for talking to me. So I only just grant them, Zoom meeting, just let's just talk. Like, I had a client, the client messaged me today and she just messaged me today and we were talking and she was like, okay, she'll be available by 11 a.m. UK time, that we should have a Zoom meeting and we should talk about the work and everything. Well, that was my own. I was going to invest my own time. Whether she give me the work or not, I don't know. But I did not collect money for spending my time to talk to her. So if I can decide to charge her that, okay, since you want to have a Zoom meeting with me, you're going to pay $50 to to be able to talk to me. So that's another thing. So that's another thing. You understand? That's another way to make money. So just like this video advice, the video advice. Okay. Okay. So like the video advice is just like helping clients that don't know. Okay, what kind of videos should I do? Should I upload to my YouTube? What topic should I talk about again? I watched a video by, whether I don't know whether if you know Toyin now. Toyin used to tell stories about different places in the world and stuff like that. And it was in one of the videos I watched, and he was trying to explain how he went to. I think he spent he spent 30 days in New York. So he was thinking of different content to do. What should I do? And he had to hire someone in New York to give him advice on the kind of content to shoot. So and the person will get paid. So imagine if you can do that on Fiverr. So maybe content creator can reach out to you and be like, oh, I just traveled to Ghana and I want to shoot a lot of content. I don't know which kind of content do you think I should do. What kind of thing do you think we should do? That's what we call video advice. You can advise people on the kind of content they should do, just like content strategy. But this is different because content strategy has to do with writing, but video advice has to do with visual. So that is video advice. So there's one of my favorite what is small gigs that you can do, and from there you can even get connections. And see, let me tell you one thing and one secret to freelancing is this. Just like I said when I started this class, you have to grow from being a freelancing to a business owner, and that's it. And as a business owner, let me tell you one thing: there is you don't really need to have much customers to still be in business. Yeah, I read a story. I read a story about a particular train station. I think maybe in Germany or so. I can't remember the particular country. So what happened is the train station did not have customers in that particular area, so they wanted to shut down. But they didn't shut down because of a single lady. Like there was a small girl that uses the train every morning to go to school. So because of her, they had to keep on running for 2 years so that she can graduate from high school. So I don't know. That's their own thing. But then what I'm just trying to say is you can have a single customer that will pay you more than 1 million customers, and you can still be the success we are talking about is money. So if there's nothing like you being successful without money, If you are successful, then you have money. If you don't have money, then you are not successful. So that's it. So if you have one client, the client can pay you more than 10 million clients. So that's it. Now, I want to talk about this category because I also believe you can't. The goal is when you offer a good service to someone, they will be willing to come back, tell people about you. There are a lot of people that have advertised my gigs, share my gig to other people, and I've gotten a lot of referrals from there. So that's the way it works. So this particular category, you can do it and you can also get job from there, which is, I call it local guide, or you can use localization. So this is what it is. So it's not the two categories. There are two, but you can try to match the two of them. But if you want to create a gig, you can create the two. You create the one on localization. That's just a full meaning, but you can do local guide. Just search it on Fiverr. So search it on Fiverr, and anything you see there, if you see any of it that is not, you know too, that doesn't have too much sellers, then you pick it. So that local guides, or what we call localization, is just someone. Let's say if I want to do business in UK, I don't have anybody in UK. So I will look. I can go to Fiverr to search for someone that is based in UK that can help me, to probably communicate with people. Someone can want to. Someone from US might want to do business in Lagos State, and the person doesn't know anybody, so they can reach out to you on Fiverr, and you help them to sort their, maybe their itinerary, sorry, their traveling and everything, their accommodation, help them to talk to people, help them to interpret different languages and all those stuff. So this, you can create this as a team. Like, you can have a team. Maybe you have people that they are good in this, people that are good in this. So once you get the job, you can go together and offer the service to the person. And anytime the person is in Nigeria, it's going to call you that, oh, I'm here again. And so that's how it is. That's another gig. This gig, believe me, if you do this five, okay, I'll give you one more. If you do this very well, I'm very sure you are going to get jobs on Fiverr. Believe me, if you do it the right way, you are going to get jobs on Fiverr within the next 1 week, 2 weeks, maximum 2 weeks. You're going to get jobs on Fiverr. Yes, I created my first my second this account I'm using. Okay, this is my second account. My first account was suspended because we violated the rules. The second account, this one, I got the job the third day I created the account, because I did something different from what I was doing before. I created the account on Thursday. I got my first job on Saturday. Yes, I got my first job on Saturday. So, and that's just the secret. So what I'm trying to tell you is, don't go for categories that are saturated. Like, you just say, I'll ghostwrite your book. Who is going to see you? They will not see you now, because you are doing ghostwriting. Everybody's doing ghostwriting. So you just be number 1,000 and 10,000 and something. But if you do something that are unique, things that are unique, and that's what I'm trying to give you now. So the other one that you can do, which is the last thing I'll talk about today, is to do app icon. Or you can do app icon. You can also do, you can design flyers for churches. This one is based on graphic design work. Like, you know how to design graphics. So you can do this particular niche. You can do them, and believe me, you're going to get results. You're going to get results. If you're a graphic designer, this is the niche that you get results. Instead of, okay, you can say, okay, I'll design your logo and app icon for your brand. So if you do that, you get a result. I'm very sure you get result if you do that. So that is that about, some gig, some niches that you can create on Fiverr that will get you results very quick, like very quick. So now, I want to jump to the, of course, the fifth point that I have here is setting up your Fiverr account and tips. So, well, setting up your Fiverr account, I've done a video on that on YouTube, so we don't have to waste our time. So please watch the video on step by step to set up your seller accounts. I explained that video is very detailed. Please watch the video, and if you have any question or anything, just put it in the comment section. I'll respond to it. So that's that about that. So I will not do that again. I was hoping that okay, if we'll do that, but then we don't have to do that again since I have the video on YouTube already. So we will not do that again. But to create your account is very simple. You need your email address, you need your phone number, active phone number. Now you don't need a laptop to create your account on Fiverr. Yes, you can use your phone to create your buyer accounts. Then when you want to create your seller accounts, download Chrome, Firefox, your Safari, any browser that you use on your mobile phone. So just use it. Go to fiverr.com, then go to desktop sites. Try to find desktop sites. So once you are in the desktop site, then you can create the seller accounts. You can verify your phone number and everything is set to. So the next thing will just be to create your gig, and you are fine. So when you're setting up your account, your profile, make sure you tailor your profile based on the kind of services you want to render on the platform. Because if you are creating a seller account now, they will ask you for the skills that you have. So tell them the skills that you have that is related to your niche. Like if you're a writer, every skill, all the skills you want to list, let it be based on writing. Okay, I can write, I can do this, do this. It has to be based on writing. Then if you have some other skills like okay, I can do graphics, then you can include it too. So that's the way it is. Then link your Fiverr to some other social media platform. It makes clients to think that okay, this person is not a scammer, because if you link a lot of profile to your Fiverr account, they will trust you more. So do that. Then make sure you upload your real picture. Yes, upload your real picture, because by the time they ask you to verify your identity, if you don't, if of course you can always change the picture, but just do it once and for all. Just upload your real picture and you can use your nickname, your brand name to register your accounts. You can use your pen name, your brand name, your nickname, your real name, any name you want to use. But please don't lie with your name. Like, don't put a name that people will think that you're from UK and whereas you're a Nigerian. So you don't have to do that because you want them to patronize you. Just be real, be you. So that's just the tips that I have for you on setting up your accounts. And when it comes to gig, the most important part of any gig is the title. The gig title is the most important part of that gig. Then the second part of any gig is okay. The gig title is the most important part of the gig. Then we have the gig metadata. So the gig metadata is just like the search term that people use. We have the search tags. Then under the metadata we have the search tag, the subcategory. Under the subcategory we still have another one, like we have the type of the content you are writing. The kind of audience, all those stuff. Probably is fiction, is non-fiction. So those are the part of gig metadata. So those things are very very important. They are on the first page. If you are creating a gig, they are on the first page. It would have been easy, like very okay if I can't display my screen, but I can't display the screen. So the only thing there is just for us to do a video on that. So now that's that about the number 5. And number 6 here that I have here for tonight is gig and profile optimization. This was supposed to be a practical class too. Yes, because this is where people struggle when it comes to Fiverr. I've said a lot of things today that even without saying anything now, if you do most of the things I've said, like most of the things I've said today, if you do them, believe me, you're going to get results. You know, when it comes to Fiverr, there's a lot of things you need to know on Fiverr about Fiverr algorithm, search engine, how to be successful on the platform. I've created a course template. Like it's going to run for the course is going to run for two. Okay, it's going to run for, yeah. I'm still finding out how we do it. So maybe, but I have 12 courses. I have 12 topics under the course. Inside the course, I have 12 topics. So, and I've divided them into two, you know, 2 semesters. That's the way I put it. So I've divided into, so in first we are okay. It's 4 semesters actually. So the first we have 4 semesters, second, third, fourth, and these are levels. The first one is for beginners. The second one is also for beginner. The third one is for intermediate, and the fourth one is for advanced. That's how you talk about how to get repeat buyers on Fiverr, how to resolve issues with clients, do's and don'ts, withdrawals method, how to withdraw. But on that, I'm going to be teaching you getting noticed on Fiverr, keyword research, ads, referrals, etc. Getting and delivering your first order management tips. So just there are a lot of things you need to know. Yes, and it can be very tough because if you are not doing it the right way, you will not get any results. And you might even get the result, but if you don't know what is wrong, you will get. There are people that are, if you ask them, they were once, making one or two money from Fiverr, but now they are nowhere to be found on the platform. For the past few months, I've been having issues, because they upgraded the algorithm. So I'm kind of, there was a time I had issue with a particular client, and it wasn't like we had issue. The issue was that she got she ordered for a she wanted to write a book. So she said I should first write a sample so that she'll be sure I can do the work. So she ordered for the sample and she paid $50. I did the sample. She was okay, like okay with the work. But then this client had a very bad, what's it called, habits. I deliver the work. There are clients like that. You deliver the work, they won't they won't accept the work, they won't reject the work, they will just leave the work like that. After the work has now expired, she reached out and she was not happy. She didn't give me any review, any comment. She didn't even accept it. So to the algorithm was thinking maybe she was not happy or something. She didn't give me any review. So she ordered for the main work after she was okay with the first one. She now ordered for the main work. She paid the money, and along the line, we had to extend the work because there are a lot of revisions. So we had to extend the work. We extended the work like 4 to 5 times. So, and if you're a robot, you'll be thinking that okay, since this person the first time she ordered, she didn't accept the work and she didn't give any review. This second time she's requesting for a lot of revisions. Probably she's not satisfied, but she was satisfied with the work. By the end of the day, you know my gig went down. If like the last time I delivered, like okay, I delivered the work, she was requesting for revision. But the last time we sorted, because we used to, me and her, we used to talk a lot on WhatsApp. She even sent my balance to me via Western Union. Yeah, I have some clients like that, I used to send direct payment. So at the end of the day, she did not accept the work, and because of that, there's something like on Fiverr, when you deliver the work, the clients can accept it or reject it. But if they don't do anything after 3 days, sometime during weekend can last up to like 5 to 7 days. So after 5, let's say 3 days, the order will expire, so they can't do anything about it again. But they can still get their money back if they are not satisfied with the work. If they are, let's say if they were not online and the order has expired, they can reach out to the support. Then the support will give them their money back. If they are not satisfied, they will resolve the matter. So that time the order expired, and because the order expired and the client did not do anything, my gig went down, like literally down. It went down. The impression was just going down. Even though I was getting other jobs and I was delivering, getting reviews, 5 star, getting tip. I had to still even reach out to support. What is wrong? What is this? So that's the thing. It's not really about okay, you do something today and you get the results. You have to understand how the thing works. So if you don't understand how it works, when you have issue, you won't be able to resolve it, and you just be going down, going down, going down, going down. It will be down forever, and before you know it, you won't get any other job again. So that's the way it is on Fiverr. So I will be doing a course. I will be doing a course. And people have requested for this, but then I want to do a course. Actually, I want to do a course, and I want it to be recorded. But then I want it to be something that is interactive. I want to add a few people to to my, it's just like a closed class. So I will add a few people to it. Then we'll do the training, work through the training for throughout October. Then from there we'll get the recordings. Then we'll now give the recordings out to the other people that want to also partake. So that's the way I want to do it. So anybody that is interested, if you're interested in that, I'll still talk more on that. So if you're interested in that, so please you reach out. So I'm talking about gig and profile optimization, and I think I've talked about this in one of my videos. I've talked about it in one of my videos on YouTube. So, but I will still just explain again. The first thing I talked about is if you are creating a profile on Fiverr, please take note of this. For people that have, for you that you have more than one account, hey, be careful. Focus on one, please. If you have more than one account, please focus on one. The other accounts, make sure you just, for now, just forget about them. Like, forget about them. The reason why I say you should forget about them is this: Fiverr works based on impression, and if you are not always online on the app, or maybe you use the web fashion, you won't really get enough impression. Like you will not really get enough impression. So to increase your impression on the platform, make sure you are always online. Make sure you are always online. Make sure you are always online. So, and now if you have more than one account, how do you want to be online on all the accounts at the same time? It's very tough. There are a lot of apps you can use, but if you are not smart enough, if you do a mistake and log in the same account on the same device, okay, you log in different account on the same device, what Fiverr will do is they will block any of the accounts. So what if they block the one that you like the most, that is giving you the money? So please don't even try it. For me, I only have just one account. The last account I created, you guys knew when I created it, and I can't even remember the password. And when I was preparing to do some practical stuff in this video, I was thinking I was going to use the accounts, because I can't obviously create another account for another video. So I will just have to go and retrieve the password. Okay, I think I can know the password, but that's just it, because I can't log in another account on my phone and get blocked because I log in. They don't allow you to have more than one account. You are not allowed to have more than one account. So since you can only have one account, please stick to one account. You can, if you want to create more than one account, make sure you have more than one devices. If you have, maybe you have two phones, two laptop. If you have two browsers on your laptop, but on your mobile phone, make sure you just log into just one account and use the app. So that way, that's the first thing I have to tell you. And the second thing I have to tell you is, if you are registering your account on Fiverr, or maybe your existing accounts, make sure you have an identity card to verify your account. Make sure it is ready, like it is ready. Fiverr is very serious when it comes to identity verification. Now, this is how they do it. They won't tell you to verify your account when you are registering your account. They won't tell you to verify your identity. When I registered my account, I was not told to verify the identity. But when I got my first job, second job, third job, like they even allowed me to reach level one. I was already level one, and before you can reach level one, you will have made $400 on Fiverr, and you will have completed 10 orders. So that means I've made $400. I've made $400. I think that time, wait, I've not made my first withdrawal, because my first withdrawal that I made on Fiverr was over $1,000, and it was funny because I told my friends, I told them maybe a week before I created the account that I said I will make my first $1,000 last year. on Fiverr, and I did that. I did it within the first 2 months or so. So it was then I had money in the account. I've not even withdraw. I've not made my first withdrawal. I don't think I've made my first withdrawal. They just asked me to verify their account, and they gave me just 3 days to do it. So imagine I had issue with my identity card. There are people that don't have NIN, they don't have voters card. So how will you verify your identity? So if you don't have your NIN, please go get it ready. Get voters card or NIN, because that's the only, or maybe if you have driver license, they can allow it. I think those are the three, or international passport. Those four. Any other ones, they don't allow any other ones. But the ones that you can use that is very constant is your voters card. I use my voters card. Then you can use your NIN. If that NIN, you might have to get a plastic. You might have to get a plastic NIN to do that. So make sure you get your NIN ready. So anytime they ask to verify your identity, and they might not even. It's not really about you making money. Now, if you violate the rules, they can ask you to verify your identity. Me, I didn't violate the rules. Probably that they allow me to reach level 1 before asking me to verify my identity. But for you, if you violate the rules or do anything, they can just ask you anytime. So please make sure you get it ready. Because if you fail to verify your identity, you've lost the account. Even if you are top rated, that's the end of. They won't even give you another option to do it again. They won't give you another option to do it again. So once they tell you to do it and you don't have the means to do it, they won't give you another option again. So please make sure you obey that. And so that means if you are creating an account, if you want to have more than one account, that's the problem now. If you want to have more than one account, you must have means to verify the other accounts too. So that's for me now. I've verified my account already since over a year ago. I've verified my account. So if I want to create another account, you saw it in my last video. The second account I created it in my dad's name. So if I want to verify the account, I'll have to go and meet my dad. Say, Dad, I've created an account for you on Fiverr. Do you want to work on Fiverr? He says no. I said, okay, please let me to verify this, because he has to verify the identity. If he asks me to verify, I have to travel down and go and meet him to do it for me. So that's the way it is. You get my point now. So if you want to create more than 20 accounts, make sure you have people that will help you to verify the accounts in case they ask you to verify. So that's the point. And the other thing I said too was that if you are setting up your profile, make sure you write your profile description that you are writing. Make sure it's based on the kind of content you are putting on the platform, the kind of jobs you want to be getting on the platform. So if you want to introduce yourself as a writer, talk about different things you can write, different niche and other stuff, talk about it. If you're a graphic designer, talk about your experience, things that you've done and other stuff, put it, and put your skill, everything, just include it in your profile. So that's going to help you to also rank. It's not really about your gig, your profile to has to rank on the platform. If your profile, like for me now, I reach a point, they asked me to do a video, like a video of myself, trying to explain what I do on the platform. Is like a suggestion, but they asked me to do it. It's not everybody that can do it. So because I've already reached the level, so they asked me to do the video, and I had to put the video there. So that's the kind of way to also improve my profile. So that's the way it is. So make sure you do everything possible to improve your profile. Set up the profile in a professional way. Put a very good profile picture, and so that's about profile optimization. So if you need me to check your profile, I want to give you this out. Yes, I'm not charging you anything. I don't really believe in collecting money for sharing what I know to people. I don't really do it. It's not my thing. Yes, I don't do it because I feel like, okay, this is just a way of helping, and this is even more than money. So if I'm giving you what is more than money, paying me cannot really justify what I'm giving you, because what I'm giving you is more than money. Yes, it's more than money because it can bring money. So why do I have to collect money to give you what will bring money? What is even more than money? So you understand my point. So, but sometimes we collect money because if people don't pay for something, they are not really committed to it. Like, I don't know if some people decide some people can chat you up today and be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But by the time you say, okay, join this class, do this, do that, they won't be committed again and you won't see them because they can't pay the price. But if let's say they paid for the course, at least they might want to be serious because they paid for it. So, and that's one of the reasons why we collect money. And sometimes when I charge, it's also because I don't want people that are not serious to even come here. So my own point is if I see that you are serious, that's all the point. There are people that have reached out to me that okay, personally, will do this, yeah, do this, do this. And I see that they are serious. I kept on giving them other OT, okay, yeah, do this, include this, do this, do this. So that's great. So now if you want me to optimize your profile for you, like you just want me to check for you, just tell me, just message me on WhatsApp and so and just give me the link. I'll check the profile and I'll tell you if you are doing it rightly or you are making some mistakes. I'll tell you. So that's that. Yeah, I was supposed to show you guys my gig and my profile. Yes, I was supposed to show you guys, but you know I can't because I can't share my screen. So now we're talking about gig optimization. So for gig optimization, I'll just give you, I can't optimize the gig, so I can't show you. I'll just give you some tips. Yes, you need to know some tips that will help you. Because a lot of people have created gigs, different gigs on Fiverr, and the gig is not ranking. You are not even having any impression, no click, zero impression, zero click, zero this, zero that. Like it's terrible and it's very, very discouraging. But if you follow these things I'm about to tell you, I'm very sure you get results and things will change. You can rank your existing gig on Fiverr. So it's not really about creating a new gig. If you feel like okay, I have a gig on Fiverr already and you think it's the right category, a right niche, then if you follow these tips and you do it perfectly, you will be able to rank the gig on Fiverr. So I'll teach you, I'll tell you things that you need to do. So and the first one there is this. If you are creating your gig, yes, just like when I was trying to explain to you some categories that not saturated. What we mean by saturated is the number of people doing the work and more than the work. So if and I was trying to create a gig today. Yes, I was trying to create a new gig today and I wanted to create a gig on book writing and I was told that I cannot create a gig on book writing again. I cannot create another gig on book writing again. So that's what I was told. I cannot create a new gig on book writing. So imagine me, almost a top rated seller on Fiverr. They are telling me that even me, I cannot create a gig on book writing. And I have gigs on book writing. So I say I cannot create another one. Not because I've created a lot, more than enough gig. I'm allowed to create 20 gigs and I have just 5. But because the category is saturated already, there are a lot of people doing it, it's congested. So don't go for such categories. And how will you know categories that are congested? If you go to a category and people doing the service they are up to 2,000, just leave it. Once they are up to 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, oh man, just leave the category for them. So what do you mean by category? What we mean by category is this. On Fiverr, there are different categories. Like you can go to the platform and click on different categories, but you can also follow this other method of searching on the search bar. So when you search on the search bar, it's different from you clicking on categories. When you click on category, let's say you are looking for ghostwriter, they will bring all the ghostwriter from different niches together, like the Christian ghostwriter, this fiction ghostwriter, all those different ones. They will bring them together. But when you use the search bar, you'll be able to get a specified service, like a specific niche. You understand? So if you search, okay, I'm looking for a Christian ghostwriter, you can't find that category on Fiverr, but you can search it You understand? And that's how the algorithm works. In case maybe you are launching ad, or there's another thing they call brief on Fiverr. And brief is where a client reach out to Fiverr, the client will go to Fiverr and tell the algorithm that, okay, I want someone that can write a book for me in this language with this amount. So the person will put it like a request to Fiverr, to the website. So the website now will match the request with sellers, different sellers that are compatible, and based on their pricing and everything. So I got another like that, a brief. So the platform will just match the request with sellers that are competent for the work. So if you so that's how brief is. So once you get another, like once you set up your profile in such a way that you can the platform can match you with the right brief. So that's why you have to niche down. You understand what I mean now? So it's not just about, okay, creating another on graphic design. It's about creating another on a particular sub niche. Let's use sub niche under graphic design that will make you get noticed on the platform. So don't go for categories that are saturated. Don't do content writing. Look for other things to write to add to it. Things like, okay, let's say you want to design graphics now. I will be your, if ever has to do it, I will be your graphic designer. Instead of using I will be your graphic designer, put I will be your graphic designer for your YouTube thumbnail. Do you understand? I'll be your graphic designer for your YouTube thumbnail. So has already set you apart from other graphic designer. So if someone is searching for this graphic designer for YouTube thumbnail, or even for YouTube, you are going to come up. You get my point. So that's that today. So that means your own niche is, oh, what I'm doing is graphic design for YouTube thumbnail. So it doesn't mean whether you are doing one thing, you can get other jobs too and you can do them. But if that's where you'll be getting a lot of jobs, then do it. So you don't have to be doing flyer for burial, flyer for this. No, 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 no. You can do just one thing and be successful at it. So that's the key. Be specific. So that's the point. Don't go for niches that are saturated, that are oversaturated. So be specific in your approach to the platform. So, and that's the thing. Now, I've explained. I think I've explained. I've told you that the most important thing on Fiverr, on your gig, if you are creating a gig, the most important thing is, anybody that doesn't understand what we mean by gig. Let's try and, let me try and get your. Let me try and get some reviews. Anybody here with me? Anybody here? Anybody here? Okay. So, well, I believe we all understand what we mean by gig. So, but if you don't understand what we mean by gig is like, okay, what you are offering on the platform. You're going to be a graphic designer, the design and everything. That's the gig. That's your gig title, the title of what you are doing. The picture, like a thumbnail, like, okay, this is a picture of, okay, what I'm doing, or maybe I can upload your sample, or you can just do a graphic design. You can do a design, a DP, a flyer, and put it as a gig picture. So that's what we mean by gig. So now the most important part of that gig is the title. Is what That's what specify what you are doing, this kind of service you are rendering on the platform. If you say I will be a graphic designer, I'll be your graphic designer for your YouTube thumbnail, that's the title. and that's the most important part of the gig. That's what will signal to the algorithm that, oh, this gig is based on YouTube thumbnail. That's what will signal to the algorithm. There are a lot of other things that you need to know about optimizing your gig. But because I want to round up this class by 9, so I will tell you to watch the video I did. I did a video on, yes, I did. This is the title of the video: why your our account was rejected on Fiverr. And in that video, I explained some other tips. Some tips to make sure that your gig is not rejected and you're fine. So that's, please make sure you watch that video. Make sure you watch that video. So, and we will be preparing to shut down. So let me just round up and now the other thing to make sure you optimize your gig, to make sure your gig is well optimized. The other things that you need to do. Okay, I was explaining about the gig title. It's very important, and I've talked about this. Like, if you don't understand anything from this class, you should understand how to create a very compelling gig title. I've explained this enough. So the other part of your gig optimization is your gig search tag. So that search tag is what will, those things are not really, they are not visible on your gig title or your description, but they are, they are like inside the back end. So they will signal to the algorithm that, okay, if someone is searching for this thing, bring this gig up. If someone is searching for this thing, bring this gig up. So that's what we call search tag. So we call it search tag. So you make sure you include the right search tag. You include the right search tag on the gig. Do a very good thumbnail. That's another part. Do a very good thumbnail. A good thumbnail. You can use Canva to design a thumbnail. Then write a very compelling description. If you're not a good writer, you can hire me. I can write for you. If you cannot hire me, you cannot pay. Go to chatgpt.com. Tell ChatGPT to write a description for you. If you need the right prompt to use, I'll give you for free. So if you are messaging me on WhatsApp, just tell me, oh please, I need the right prompt to use to write a good description for my gig on Fiverr, and you tell me the kind of service you are rendering. Oh, I'm a graphic designer and this. So I'll give you the prompts that you need to use to get the right description from ChatGPT. Then when you have the description, you can just edit it and put it on Fiverr. And believe me, you should be fine. So the other tips there is that once your gig is set up on Fiverr, try and broadcast the gig to other people. So let me tell you a trick. There's a trick there. The trick there is about algorithm is this. When people are clicking, the link or your gig, people are clicking it. The algorithm will show it to more people to click. That's the trick. So if people are clicking something, the algorithm, the way they program it, we think that, oh, there's something inside this thing. That's why people are clicking it. So the thing will show it to more people, because Fiverr they are more concerned about their own revenue. They are more concerned about making money. So they've programmed the algorithm in such a way that people that are making them money, or they have potential of making them more money, will always get jobs on the platform. So if you have a potential of making them more money, then you get job on the platform. So what I will tell you is, once your gig is created, share with maybe your friends, your family. Just tell them to help you click it. Just tell them to help you just click on the link. So they should just click on the link and refresh the page. So that will also signal the algorithm that, oh, this person is broadcasting the link to other people and it's getting click. So then you can get more impression, can get more click. And the other part of it is, that's where the hard work there is. You have to make sure you are always online. Yes, you are always online. So you're always online. The app is always opened. If you are using your mobile app, make sure you are always refreshing the app. The app is always open so that you are always online on the app. You're always online. If you are using the web version, make sure you are always refreshing the page. Then if you are using if you are using your laptop, there's a Chrome extension you can use to always refresh the tab. There are Chrome extension you can use. You can search it on Google, the Chrome extension to refresh the page. So you can download the Chrome extension, put it on the page, then auto refresh the page so that you get, so that the page is always online. Because if you close once you close the page, or once you leave the page, it will go offline. So but if you download an auto refresher, you will always be online. So that's the trick. That's why people be like, okay, I open my laptop, I'm not online, but I'm not getting impression because you are not online. You have to be refreshing the page so that you are online. So that's the trick there. That's the trick. You have to be refreshing the page. You have to be refreshing the page. So guys, I think I've talked about a lot. I'm really sorry that today's class is just a lot of issues. We could not really do practical stuff like I really wanted us to, and I'm sorry about that. So what I will do is I will do a video and I will try to capture everything I've explained. I will do a video on this. I'll do a video, so I will upload it latest by Wednesday. Let's say Monday, Tuesday. I will get a video on my YouTube. So please, make sure you watch the video, and please make sure you invite your friends and family to this channel. I will be telling you guys a lot of things that you can do to be successful on Fiverr. So this is just a Fiverr class. This is a Fiverr class. So we are not talking about a lot of things. We just talk about Fiverr. Okay, now to the mentorship, class that I talked about. So now the mentorship class, I'll give you let me just give you the syllabus, the things that we're going to be discussing. So if you feel like okay, you want to register for it, the class is going to be on Zoom or Google Meet. So and it will be recorded. So if you pay for the class, I've not really figured out how much yet, but I just want you to show your interest. So that's the most important part. The most important part is interest. So show if you have interest in this, please show interest. I've not figured out how much I will charge, so but it's not going to be too much. I will not charge you in dollars, so it's not going to be too much. So I'll be teaching you about Fiverr. Fiverr. It's freelancing mentorship, so it's about Fiverr. We can talk about work some other time, but this is Fiverr class. So and the first class is going to be introduction to freelancing. Then I'll just tell you about different freelancing platform and why you should freelance and why you should choose Fiverr above every other freelancing platform. So the second part is that's the second class, choosing the right skill and training, because you have to learn to be successful. You have to learn. So the third one is setting up your account on Fiverr. I have done a video on this, but it's still part of the curriculum. And the fourth one is account optimization. So how to increase your impression, your click, your order, your click to ratio, and your Fiverr statistic. We're going to be talking about it in detail. So the next one is creating your first gig, and we call it keyword research. I'll give you there's a particular software, a Google Chrome extension. I was supposed to even give you today. There is a Google Chrome extension I use to do research on gigs. So I'll give you that. So that's part of it. That's the fifth class. And the sixth class will be increasing how to increase your impression, click and order. I think okay, so that's going to be the sixth class. Then we move to the seventh class, getting noticed on Fiverr. I think it's still the same thing with keyword research and everything. Then the seventh one, the eighth class will be getting and delivering your first order. Yes, I have to talk about this because I had an issue when I was supposed to deliver my first job. I've gotten the order. It was another of $100. I've written the work. the book and everything, and I'm supposed to deliver the work. But I was wondering, how will I do it? Will I just deliver the work? What if the client decides to run away with my work? How will I be sure that I will like it and all those stuff? I was just having issue. I was watching a lot of videos, looking for videos on YouTube on how to deliver an order. But the funniest thing was there was no single video on how to do it. There was no single video on how to do it. I'm not sure if there's a video on it now. If there's no video, maybe I'll create a video on it. But there was no video on how to do it. I just had to call a friend. Okay, how will I do it? It was not, it was unsure. He just said, okay, just send it, just do this. Because me, I wanted to just send the works to the client on the message, the DM. I just wanted to send the work to him on DM so that I can check the work. Then from there, if he's okay with it, I didn't know that there's an option for revision. Like, okay, you can request for revision. So I will teach you practically how to do that. So all these things are practical class. So that's why I said it's going to be on Google Meet or Zoom, and it's going to be recorded. So if you are joining the training, you get access to the recorded file, the recorded meeting. So the meeting will be recorded and you get access to the meeting. So then the next one is order management. Yeah, you see, order management has to do with, I think there was a time to I had issue with order management, and this was the issue. The issue was like, okay, I got a job, I could not do the work actually. It was a fiction, so and I don't know how to. I can't really. I can write fiction, but I'm not really good at it. And since I'm not really good at it, I don't do it. It's not like I don't do it, but it takes, because I'm not really good at it. It takes a lot of time for me to do it. So I just feel like instead of taking so much time to do it, let me give it to people that can do it, faster. So and I pay them and they do it. So that time I got the job. So I gave it to a lady, but when she delivered the job was not up to the client's expectation. So the client says she can't pay for the work. So at the end of the day, the order was $300. Okay, yeah, so $300. So the woman was like, it was 400. It was 400. Yeah, I remember. So the woman was like, she can't pay the $400. And one thing of Fiverr is you can't reduce the price of an order. You can't reduce the price of an order on Fiverr. So if you already set 400, if the client has already paid $400 for the work, they can't reduce the order amounts. They can only increase it. They can't reduce it. So I faced a lot of issues trying to resolve the matter, because the other option is for you and client to be dragging issues, and at the end of the day, the clients will get all the money back, because Fiverr will refund the client. Fiverr will not even care about you. They will just refund the client. So there are a lot of things you need to know. Tips. I call it Fiverr order management tips. So I'll give you that. Then that's the ninth. Then the 10th one is how to get repeat buyers. See, this particular one this is an advance, because this repeat buyers is one of the things that signal to the algorithm that you are doing something right. If you are not getting repeat buyers on Fiverr, the platform is not really seeing you as someone that is successful. So even if you are getting jobs, you keep on your impression will keep on reducing, keep until you are nowhere to be found. So if you are not getting repeat buyers on Fiverr, then you won't be successful on the platform. So I will teach you the trick on how to get repeat buyers, because that's what will make you Fiverr choice. There are some kind of sellers we call Fiverr choice. I've been in Fiverr choice for different times. So once you get enough repeat buyers, once you get up to 95% of your order on repeat buyers, then you will be on Fiverr choice. And once you're on Fiverr choice, that means you are you are someone that people like because of your quality service. So Fiverr they will display your gigs to a lot of people from different places. They will just advertise you everywhere. See, you will just be getting jobs. There was a time maybe I had over maybe 13 orders at it. Like I was having 13 orders, current orders. That was when I was the Fiverr choice. So presently now I have 87 delivery rate, like repeat buyers rate. I have 87, so I'm going to 95. So they used to do it like every 90 days. So 60 days. So for the past 60 days, I've not really had a lot of repeat buyers. That's why I have 87. So and I'm hoping to grow in the next week. So once I grow again and I reach the 95 mark, so they will keep. So that's the way it is. So there are tricks to this. So the other one is how to resolve issues with clients. Yeah, do's and don'ts. There are things that you don't do. Yeah, I think it happened to someone like that. He got into a fight with a client, and his profile was reported, and maybe that was that was something bad. So another one is how to withdraw method, how to withdraw your money and all the stuff. At least after making money, you need to withdraw now. So that's what I will be teaching you in that freelancing mentorship. So we have 4 semesters: the first semester, second semester, third, and fourth. I'll still do a flyer on this so that you get to know everything I want to teach. So anybody that is interested, please just signify. Maybe you can comment on this video. You can reach out to me on WhatsApp. You can send me. Don't send me an email. Just comment on this video or reach out to me on WhatsApp. Any of the two. Or if you're on inner circle group, just put it on the group, and I will attend to you. And once I'm about to start, I will tell you the modalities and everything. So that's it. So I hope we've been able to learn one or two things today. Let me check if I have people here with me so that I can take one or two questions at least, so that we call it a day. This is already 9 p.m. So I want to end the class now. So anybody that wants to ask the question now. Okay. Someone said he has a question. Okay, Sam, please ask your question now. Please ask your question now. Ask your question now. Are you with me, Sam? Oh, okay, this is the question. My question is, I've created an account before, but Fiverr did not allow me to create gig. Okay, yeah, this is a very interesting question. Now, okay, sorry. Now, just like I've tried to explain before, you know, I've tried to explain this. Okay, sorry. I've tried to explain this before. You understand? And that was why I did a video on why your account is not approved on Fiverr. I did a video on that. Please, you have to watch that video, and I will just tell you a few things from here too. So, and with the video, it's going to help you. So, watch the video, please. So now, the reason why your account is not like your grid is not approved on Fiverr is because you are choosing categories that are saturated already, oversaturated. So, and that's why I did a lot of research to make sure I come up with gigs category that you guys can use. And I've given you a lot. I've given you 6 today. I said content strategy, tech resume, like you are writing resume for tech, if you know how to do it. And I've explained how to even do it. So it's not something that is tough. You can be a localization agent or local guide. You can do that. You can do FAQ. You can write FAQ, frequently asked questions. If you are there, maybe there's a product you want to launch and people want to ask questions about the product. So the only thing is just for you to think, but like you have to be critical thinking, know about the product, and ask critical questions about the product and answer those questions. So that's what we mean by FAQ. The goal of FAQ is to be able to think like a consumer. You should be able to think like someone that will buy the products. then think about the questions to ask, then you provide the solutions. So if you can do that, you can create a gig on that. That's number four. You can create a gig on video advice. If you know about editing all the stuff, then you can create a gig on app icon or church flyer. If you know about graphic design, those are the categories that will help you. So now, if you are creating a gig and your gig is not approved on Fiverr, the basic understanding, the basic truth is you are creating a gig on categories that are saturated, oversaturated, and that's why it's not approved, and it will not be approved. It won't be, except you change the category. So, and the other part is maybe your profile is not well or optimized. They don't really know what you are doing with the profile. So I've explained that in a video, and so that's just the point. So okay, they don't allow me to be a seller. Okay, now before you can be a seller on Fiverr, you have to create a buyer account. Then after creating a buyer account, you go to join as a seller. Then you create a seller account. So anybody can create a seller account. You can create a seller account. I did that in a video, in a practical video on how to set up your seller account. I did that and I created a seller account. Then from there, I have not created a gig on that account. But when I'm ready to create a gig, I will do a video. This weekend I will do a video on how to create a gig. Probably tomorrow or Sunday, I'll do a video on how to create a gig and I'll upload it. I'll show you guys how to do it. But it's very simple. The reason why, okay, for you now, when you said they don't allow you to become a seller, it's not, that's not the right questions to ask. It's not that they didn't allow you to become a seller. They allow you to become a seller, but after you created your gig, they remove they deleted your seller account. That's how it is. They will delete your seller account and they won't allow you to become a seller again. So if you're in that category, my advice for you is to forget about that account and create another one. Yes. Yes, that's my advice for you. If that's my advice for you. If you've registered an account, you register as a buyer, then you converted the account to seller account, then you try to sign up, try to create your gig, and your gig was rejected, and you can't become a seller again. So just forget about that accounts. Forget about it. But please, if you are creating another account, don't use the same phone number, don't use the same, or you can't use the same email address. So don't use the same profile picture where you can create the same account with your picture if you've not verified your identity before. But don't use the same details. Don't make it look like a similar account. You understand what I mean? So if you use a particular nickname, change the nickname. If you use a particular picture, use another picture, but it has to be your picture. So use another one, then create another account. Then this time around, make sure you follow this. Everything I've said. If you don't know the right thing to do, watch the two videos I created before you create the account. Watch the two videos. The first video is that you have to watch is step by step how to set up your seller account on Fiverr. Watch that video from the beginning to the end, please. Then the second video you have to watch is why your account is rejected on Fiverr. I have that video on YouTube too. Watch it. So once you have watched those two videos, create another account and believe me, they will approve it. So that's the way it is. So any other question? Do you have any other question? We want to round up now. So I guess there's no any other question there. Okay. So since there's no any other question, a lot of people will have to watch the replay. So guys, this is the end of today's class. So we'll see, next time. Next time should be next month. So we'll see you. I'll see you probably next week. We'll have another makeup class. so that we can have a practical aspect of everything I've explained today. So see you when we see. Thank ya.